Hey guys, this is Black Sheep Project Homestead. Make sure to like and subscribe. Bye!
Hello friends! Hopefully this microphone is working well. You're not getting all the background noise. We are at Blue Mountain Lake. After a very long, busy week and weekend, we are just having a little bit of family time, spending some time with friends. But I just wanted to quick talk to you guys about our week. It's been crazy as usual, but we have made some progress. We have had more issues and things, but overall it's been a really good week. So first things first, Thursday was the perk test. So Micah was able to be off of work and stay home to wait for them. Wiley from working with Wiley in our mountain home came down and dug the hole for the perk test. And then I'm not even sure what his title is. Some guy touched our dirt like this, kind of, and said that we were good. And then we gave him a lot of money for touching our dirt. And then we were good. And we said, well, the water department already said that they, were on the schedule for them to come check it after 2:30 when I get home, so he should be coming. He's like, well, let me make sure you have a permit for that. Well, yes, we paid money already besides buying the meter and paying a lot of money for you to touch our dirt. We did pay that $40 for him to come look at it. So we had done that and everything was good. So Micah just kind of did a few little odds and ends around the house. And the guy came around 3:30. I actually was home from work, and so I got to talk to him. And so I will share how that went in once we get to.
Woo! Alright. So, kids just got home. Mommy and daddy are here. I'm sorry if y'all can't see me too well because the sun. Let me see. Is that better? I hope that's better. Anyway, can you see mommy by the box? So, we want to show y'all our success story for the day, month. I don't know. But anyway, hold on.
Guys, we have water. Well, hold on. Well, I don't think it's supposed to work like that. But you see, when they filled the hole back in with dirt, it kind of cracked the PVC. So it's probably best that that happened, because then it cracked somewhere that was obvious when the water guy turned it on. And so he still left the water on, because fortunately they have you put a regulator and then a shut-off valve of your own outside of the meter, and where it broke was right past the shut-off valve. So he was able to leave the water on, but what we're gonna do is, after doing some research, we decided we wanted to switch to PEX instead of PVC. So we're just gonna cut this PVC off, unscrew that nipple that's inside the cutoff valve, the shut-off valve, and then we're going to go ahead and switch to PEX. So all is not lost. We can't access our water yet, but we do have water. It feels great. It's wet. It's actually kind of cool, not hot. So we're so thankful to those of you that helped us fund getting our perk test done and getting done what we need to get done so we can get this turned on. You are amazing. You know who you are. And honestly, we appreciate it so much, because not having to carry on water every day is going to be a life changer for all of us. We're so excited. So thanks, guys. Stay tuned for more updates. Okay, so yes, we turned the water on and it was cracked, but that's okay, because we had originally just done like 40 feet of PVC pipe, just because the house wasn't there yet, and if the house hadn't been yet there when they came to inspect it, they would have actually turned it on without us having to pay for a perk test. But because the house came like a day or two before they were going to inspect it, now we still had to do a perk test. So we had just run 40 feet of PVC to like a water spigot, which we showed you, I think, in the Homestead tour. So that got snapped when it got filled back in. So we're just going to cut to the right of the of our shut-off valve, screw that nipple out, and then we're going to switch to PEX. And actually today, I asked my neighbor if they had like any scraps, of PEX. I just wanted like a foot or two, just enough to get the spigot turned on so we have physical water. And he gave me like a whole roll, probably like 100 feet at least, of PEX. So that will get us to the faucet for sure. We just need to get a couple connectors, and we'll at least have flowing water. It won't be to the house or anything yet, but at least we have water and we're not having to carry it in. So that's amazing. Next, Saturday, well, let's see, Friday, I woke up to a flat tire. So I had to call out of work, and Wiley drove down with a tractor with his air compressor, blew my tire up so that I could go to town and get a new tire. So that was Friday. And then we have some other good news that happened on Friday, but we will share that information in our live on Monday at 7 Central Standard Time. So I hope you'll be there. So thanks to technology failing and sometimes people failing, I have no video footage of this, but Anston and Gladys from Ivy Family Factorum came over and helped us with our pole. We were having some issues with it, but they were able to help us get a new piece put in where we needed to put it, and then we got it up on the actual pole. So now that we had that part, they got that put in the box. They got the box on the pole. So now we just need to go get a longer piece of the tubing that covers those 3 big strands that go all the way to the top of the pole. We need to get a longer piece of that. So possibly next weekend, we should have the money to get that, because once we put that on, then we can have them inspect it, and then it should only be about a week or so before they'll have power run to it. So that'll be amazing. But I would like to also add like an outlet to the pole, so at least until we get it hooked up to the house, at least we can run an extension cord or something to run a few things until we get it hooked up to the house. I did a little project for the dogs. No, I did not finish the roof on the lean-to. I know, I need to. And that is coming pretty soon. Promise. It's coming pretty soon. But here's a little project that I worked on with the dogs, and you can see how exciting my projects always go. No matter how simple they are, they're still exciting. So enjoy. So come on with me. We're going to go and work on helping secure the dog waters to where they're not constantly knocking it over, because it's too hot with me and Micah being gone a majority of the day working. There's no one here to refill when they dump their water over. So, ow. Well, hi there, Milkshake. Hello, sir. I have a visitor. So there is, yeah, we need to make sure that everyone has water while we're gone, because it is going to be very hot. Hi, sweet boy. All right, let's go get the tools we need. All right, y'all, so clearly I have not finished the roof of the lean-to. Things have just, it's been crazy. But I am going to work on securing buckets to each dog's area so they're not dumping their water over constantly. So I'm going to start with Callie, who's been over here, and I'm going to try to put it in the shade. And I'm going to drill some holes on the top of this bucket, and then I'm going to try to zip tie it to the side of the lean-to. Callie Brown, get down right now. Oh my gosh. She is on top of the entire dog kennel. Callie, get down right now. And that's literally just a freaking cattle panel up there. Here she comes. Lord have mercy. Callie, you okay? Callie, over there trying to find some food. Girl, what do you think you're doing? I had already forgotten the whole reason that the dogs are out now is because this one keeps escaping from the kennel. So I had put her in there so she wouldn't be jumping all over me while I was working on getting her bowl secured. And clearly, she did not want to be in that kennel. So we're gonna try this. Eventually I'd like to do like big metal dog food bowls or something like that, but those are not cheap, and so we're gonna do the buckets for now and see how long this lasts. So I'm gonna go handle shadow. yeah, it's been a pretty great week, and we got some things done. It was definitely challenging with Micah and I both missing a day of work, and different things kind of being thrown at us that we didn't really expect. But all in all, it was a great week, and we're excited for this upcoming week and all the opportunities that we have, time to spend with family, work around the farm, and just enjoy this little slice of heaven that we have over here. All right, I'm going to take it back to Micah, who has a few words that have been on his heart, and I hope you enjoy it, and y'all have a great week.
What's up, y'all? So, man, today was perk test day. I don't know what perk is short for. Perk test. I mean, it kind of has to do with septic and water. That's what I do know. Because in Logan County, you can't get your water cut on unless you have a perk test up. So, that part of the day is done. So, I gotta tell you, I didn't know what to expect. I think if it wasn't for Jen and Wiley being here, I don't know. Those two are, this is our first time doing a homestead. We did not anticipate having the support that we have around us. We certainly didn't have it when we first got here. But I say many times that this whole coming to Arkansas was the whole coming here, and just the way everything worked out is divine. I'd say it's mathematically improbable that these people at this time in their life, from all walks of life, come together to a certain area in a state that is not very populated, not known for a lot of positive things, whether it be race relations, whether it be a certain ex-president, or maybe just the lack of job resources and everything else. I don't know. But the state is quite the opposite in many ways than the perception that was given based off of what media and social media says. I'll say that. So to have people like Jen and Wiley, to have Jeff, to have the Country Road Cure family, Simple Life Reclaimed, to have the Junk to Gems family, to have all of these, Mama V, the O'Rourke's, like, to have all of these resources around us, drifting dreamers, is unreal. Like, the amount of love that has been spread around is unreal. I think that Liz and I click really, really well with Jen and Wiley. And I'm gonna share something with y'all. I know I'm talking about the perk test, but real quick. Had this been in the past, in my past and in Wiley's past, we might not have gotten along so well. I'm not going to say much more than that. Not for any particular reason that I care to highlight right now, but both individuals, he and I, have grown and learned lessons. Much like building this homestead, the second time we do it, I can promise you, Liz and I will have grown and learned lessons and then put those lessons into practice. But I'm speaking more about community right now. The truth is, in being in Arkansas, I have met several people that maybe if this were a different time, we would have been at odds. And for no reason. Even still today. Like, there isn't a reason for us to not be building communities. And I'm just going to touch on one issue, which is kind of a issue that many people are afraid to talk about face to face, particularly of what, if you want to call it opposing sides. I don't. But if you want to call it opposing sides, sure. But we all have more in common than not. Why are we fighting? Like, what's the real reason? I think about my brothers. Excuse me. My blood brothers and my band of brothers. All walks of life. My brothers that are of the palest end of the skin color spectrum, if you want to call it that. Most of them were what you would consider prejudice in a past life. And now these dudes, I wouldn't want to have anybody else by my side. So there have been many times already when Jen and Wiley have just been there. And it's beautiful when you put the ignorance of the world behind you and you start to look at things for what they really are, begin to open your mind. Today, you know, there are many things that we've been able to do here thanks to the advice, encouragement, and then sweat of Jen and Wiley. In the future, I'm sure we will return the favor. But that wouldn't be possible without the growth that we've all endured and understanding what's really important. And one man's or woman's skin color is not nearly as important as we are told it is. I know I'm supposed to be talking about a perk test, but when you start talking about community, you look at the family. You know, in this family, as far as I know, and some of y'all have been following the family longer than I've been a part of it. But I think I'm the only one that looks like me in the family. And yet somehow, some way, all these people who aren't supposed to get along from various parts of the country, who are supposed to disagree with religious beliefs, political affiliation, whatever, are building this community where none of that comes first. Not God, but the belief that if you don't agree with my religious beliefs, then you are XYZ. That's not important, because Micah doesn't believe the way a lot of people believe. Does that make me a worse person to have in your corner because of that, even though I will show up every time, even though I will give 100% every time, even though I will make sure that if my kids play with your kids, that I treat your kids just like they're mine, and will protect them and be for them and feed them and clothe them and take them to hang out, do all that stuff as if they're mine? Am I a worse father figure because I just don't believe the way you believe? No. In fact, these people that we're told that we should not build community with are the exact people we should. Let me tell y'all something. I wasn't going to make this video. I work in Polk County, Arkansas. In Mena, Arkansas. If you don't understand what that means, do a quick Google search on Mena, Arkansas and see what comes up. the guys that I have met at the job, not all of them, a small majority of them I don't care for. But the majority of these guys have been so warm and welcoming and open to have conversation, and I'm not afraid to ask questions because I believe their heart's in the right place. And I'm not afraid to ask questions because I generally want to know, and I know my heart's in the right place. But these are people. Now, the small majority, that want to hem and haw about me being the first melanated indigenous. I don't use black and white because we're not black and white. Stop it. But me being the first copper colored, if you want to say brown, I'll go with that, person to walk in that building since they've been open, they might feel a certain way. Nobody's come to my face and said anything. Probably a good idea not to. I'm not trying to be tough, I'm just saying. I don't know how you expect that to go. But these guys in particular, I'm not going to say any last names, but the guy that trains me, David, he's 28 years old, 29 years old, around there. Looks like a stereotypical, what you would call a redneck. This man is so educated in terms of, and I don't mean book educated, like, he knows stuff that a person like him shouldn't know. And he is an anomaly in that building, but not an anomaly in this country, which now makes me more confused, because if there are people that don't look like me, that look like him, that know some things, why are we not talking? I think a lot of us need to do some serious soul searching, if you have one, and find out why you're not having conversation with the people that you're being told you should disagree with. Why are we not talking? Why are we having screaming matches online? I know this is a whole homestead channel and everything, but the reality is all these people out here, I don't care who you're associated with, I don't care. If your channel is about homesteading, that's great. It's great, because that's a part of what helped get us to where we are. If your channel is about having fun and about entertaining people, that's great, because there's so much negativity being shown to us. Having some entertainment from time to time is a good way to release the BS. That's great. But y'all can't tell me that you aren't doing this for a deeper reason. You can't. You can't. If you move from an urban area or a suburban area out into the country, the middle of sticks, in the middle of nowhere, North America, and come out here with a pair of loppers and an axe and what we call wavy scissors. I don't know what you call them things. When you use cut vines, my kids call them wavy scissors. That's what we call them, right? And you carve out your little piece of heaven and you start building, or you get an order of building or whatever. There's something deeper going on inside. And you see the people that align with that feeling on the inside, that vibe that I talked about that's causing you to move. Ain't nobody on that vibe worried about your skin color. Community. Yo, I hope that what I'm saying is resonating with a lot of you. I know for a fact that a lot of people that you would call quote unquote white people, who are not white people, but white people don't talk about what they're thinking because you're afraid to offend somebody. Y'all don't understand how disrespectful that is to the people that you don't mean to disrespect by making a decision for us. When I say us, I mean your counterparts. Don't decide for me that I'm too whatever to process what you're saying and to have an open, honest conversation. Granted, I may not like what you say. You may not like what I say in return. But at least you know where I stand, and I know where you stand. I've had so many questions from these guys at work in Mena, Arkansas. I work with so many what I call old heads, gray heads, old guys, 55 plus. And a lot of them have been awesome. Some haven't. But either way, a community is still going to get built. Everybody has a skill set. Everybody has something to offer. Everybody takes care of each other. Nobody gives a mother F about the color of your skin. So the only reason this is possible, yes, is because of the hard work of Liz and I, but because of the generosity of others. So if y'all follow this channel, if y'all have enjoyed what we've been doing thus far, now you know where I stand. And there's more, but I can't discuss a lot more. But at the surface of my core, none of that crap anybody yelling about matters. Are you a good mom? Are you a good dad? Are you good to your neighbors? Are you good to people? And then are you capable of defending those you love in your community? That is what matters. The content of one's character is what matters. Anyway, now that I'm done preaching to y'all, the perk test went great. I was a little nervous at first, but man, everything worked out in perfect timing, as it always does. And that whole piece about perfect timing can be really stressful because you think you're that smart. We're not that smart. Whatever you believe in, whether it's self, whether it's Buddha, God, Allah, don't matter. Whatever you believe in, that timing is perfect. And it's not when you think it should be. But it's interesting how when it comes, you're like, thank you. Even Jeff and Wiley and Jen moving in here. A couple of our other neighbors. We are a blended family. I got a lady from Philippines, and a gentleman from somewhere Central South America. I don't want to call him Mexican because that's not what he is, I don't think. Somewhere in Central South America. Another local couple, and then you have a young dude from Texas. Not young, but he's a little older than me, but he looks young. Him and his wife and their kids will be out here soon. Then you have an older couple from Texas. They're awesome. And then a couple of us own more than one parcel. We have two. The guy from Texas has three. Another couple from Texas has two now. I believe, and then Jen and Wiley also have the mountainside. So we got that worked out. And everybody here helps each other. I'm thankful. The only thing I'm not thankful for is these darn flies. I could do without the flies, but everything else, you know, we're gonna have water, and we won't have to carry 50 plus gallons of water up and down the mountain. Not literally carry, just it's in the back of the truck and we drive. Don't get it twisted. You know, ain't nobody out here know David Goggins talk about, you don't know me, son. Like, yo, that's dope, but that's an anomaly. Nah, so we'll have water here, which means that we'll be able to access water on our property finally and be able to service our animals better. And finally, with water on the property, we can move past just planning out doing our outdoor shower and anything concerning any kind of plumbing, bathroom, kitchen, whatever. None of that matters unless you have water running. So water's big. Power's next. And then once we get more systems in place, we can look at then setting up systems to get off of city water and off of city power. So exciting stuff ahead. I want to thank everybody, all of you subscribers. I'm swatting its flies. I apologize. All of you subscribers, y'all are awesome. Those subscribers that have donated time, money, resources. You know, we don't ask for this stuff. You don't have to send us anything, but you do because it's on your heart. And that really resonates with us. You do what's on your heart. That we've done that many times, and I'm not going to count them, nor will tell you what we've done because it matters to that person or a group of people. You're not going to see us on here bragging about what we've done, no more than you see Jen and Wiley on their channel bragging on what they do. They don't. They do a lot more than they show. And a lot of what they do has nothing to do with YouTube. Alright, it's the relationships. You know, it's the shoulder to cry on. It's the ear to listen. That's the stuff that we really don't show on YouTube that you guys don't get to see, but it's there. You know, exciting times. My daughter, it looks like she will be spending time here very shortly. So I'm sure, you know, she's 14 years old. She'll definitely want to get involved. So I'm sure she'll be holding the camera a lot, recording Liz and I. That'll be a welcome addition to getting our YouTube further along. But y'all are awesome, man. To the subscribers that allowed us to get this perk test done and get all this done so far, thank you. You know, if you bought us dog treats or seeds or whatever, all of it is it's just amazing because you don't expect it. So thank you. But man, I've been rambling for 20 minutes. Listen, that topic I was talking about, you know, I could talk a long time about that because there's so much to unpack. But at the end of the day, all that stuff, when it comes down to it, community is what's important. That is what is going to be the deciding factor, I think, in the coming days and times that we have. Is do you have a community? How prepared that community is, and I mean that's it really. If you have one, and how prepared they are, and I can say that out here, these families are making progress very quickly, and we will be prepared for, I don't know, and we're taking the time to get to know each other. Just in this area, our community is growing quickly. There's another family coming in from Arizona shortly. That's going to be living next to Gary and Mary from Junk to Gems. You know, they're a part of the family. It's growing. It's pretty awesome. I'm enjoying it. My kids enjoy it. My wife enjoys it. I wish y'all could see. Like, I want to show you, but you'd have to be here to really like take in what you're looking at. Goat's out there doing his thing. My other goat is lazy. Maybe he needs to be eaten. Lucky for him, he's too old apparently, so whatever. But thank y'all for stopping by. See y'all in the next one.